I really feel like a zoo animal. Like, that's where life's gone for me.
Star wideout Odell Beckham Jr.
The players themselves. You can't have it all.
ESPN's Stephen A. Smith.
We play a role in society, an important role in society.
And NFL commish Roger Goodell.
I got people who call Odell dance like I'm a show monkey or something. Like I'm a puppet. You know what I mean?
You can stay home, but you're electing to play and get paid while complaining.
Shut up and dribble.
We, the National Football League, admit we were wrong for not listening to NFL players earlier and encourage all to speak out.
Why are we trying to push forward? It's obviously for the money, and that bothers me because there's always been this, and I hate saying it like that, but the owner's attitude is, oh, we own you guys.
I support our players speaking out.
And just kind of that unfairness going on, that they don't see us as human. I just feel like the season shouldn't happen, and I'm prepared for it not to happen, and I wouldn't mind not having it.
You have the choice to play and get paid, or don't play and don't get paid.
As we continue on in the United States with a botched response, specifically the Trump administration cutting the entire pandemic response team in 2018 that put the country behind the eight ball through irrational decision-making, concluding recently of the pandemic.
These are people, many of them are older people,
What's
Mr.
your
President.
definition of control? Yeah. Under the
It's giving them a false sense of
right
security.
now, I think it's under control. I'll tell you what.
How? 1,000 Americans are dying a day.
They are dying. That's true. And it is what it is.
That is the indifference of a man who does not believe, as they love to say,
All lives matter.
if all lives did matter, why don't those that didn't have to die? Why don't Black lives? NFL owners support a season being played much like they support a bigoted, racist, xenophobic president who they continue to pump money into to this day for his re-election. A man so repulsive, he degraded black NFL players for silently kneeling to protest racial injustice and police brutality. It's why newly retired defensive end Michael Bennett told the Daily Beast, Goodell saying that Black Lives Matter is almost like a slap in the face. Black talent has been exploited at a high level in the NFL. He knows Black Lives Matter because without black players, the NFL wouldn't be as lucrative as it is. If you're supporting Trump, then your letter is really null and void. LeBron James called NFL owners old white men with a slave mentality. When Cowboys owner Jerry Jones demanded his players toe the line, the 49ers, as Richard Sherman said, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys with the old plantation mentality. What did you expect? So why are the masses peeved at Odell Beckham Jr.? It's simple. He spoke out. Obviously, with everything that's going on, it doesn't make sense why we're trying to do this, as in play the season. Hooping is different than playing an 11-on-11 contact sport where there's 80 people in a locker room. We're not ready for football season. Beckham gave this interview just prior to the NFL and NFLPA's deal. The players are now mandated to opt out for the season this week. The numbers and particulars are there on the screen for your perusal. Regardless, NFL owners will not budge, and one notable player is ticked.
I think it's an absolute joke that the NFL is changing the opt-out period mainly because they don't want to continue to see guys opt out. I think it's terrible. I think it's BS.
From the suppression of concussion-based research from the top down and an act of defiance against the science of brain injuries to cutting players right at a very specific time, to a lack of guaranteed contracts and the white balling of an NFL player taking a silent knee. Yes, the history is there, that the players are laborers for their respective teams' billion-dollar enterprise. Don't hate Odell for speaking out. Encourage more of it. If you'd like to hear more thought-provoking content like TYT Sports on Facebook and to help in my journey to keep media independent, go to tyt.com/Rick.